So to do that with us tonight, we have our very extraordinary wellness coach. Sister Ariel, joining us, who just had a fabulous birthday. So again, belated happy birthday.
Thank you so much, Animwaa.
Yeah, I saw the
Thank you.
pictures. It looked like it was a lot of fun.
It
Yeah.
was.
So we have Ariel, the wellness coach, joining us, and then also for the first time on Strong and Sassy is Akusika Goka. Yeah, welcome to Strong and Sassy.
Thank you.
What do you do, Akusika?
So I'm a psychologist assistant and a trader. So more like I manage a family business.
Oh, it's a family business.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. So who's the psychologist?
I am the psychologist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe you'll psychoanalyze us tonight. That should
Well,
be
we get a
interesting.
lot of perspective from the angle. So
Yeah. I mean, because people come to you who have their
Yes,
hearts
yes,
broken,
yeah.
don't they?
well, I do get some.
You get some,
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll be doing that. And then a little later on, Aisha Addo will be joining us. She's the founder of Power to Girls Foundation and My Power app. She's been with us a couple of times, so I'm sure you're familiar with her. Do watch us on Facebook. I always say you definitely want to watch us. The facial expressions and the face is very interesting. So we're live on Facebook, and we're also live on Twitter. And we're also interactive. So our WhatsApp lines are always open, 055 997. 055 997. We'd love for you to text us and tell us if your heart is broken, how are you coping? Okay, Ariel, let me start with you. So February is the month of love
Yeah,
and chocolates,
they say.
but mainly love, right? And I imagine that there must be some people out there who are hurting.
Yeah.
What do you think that feels like? Funnily enough, I've never had a broken heart during February.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say you've never had a broken
Oh,
heart.
no. My heart gets broken almost every day. But yeah, I mean, but what do you think that must be like?
So that must be like just people are bringing back memories because maybe it didn't happen today, it didn't happen in February or even in 2023. So what they are experiencing is bringing back a memory of something that has happened because now everybody is talking about love and what they are going to do for Valentine, month of love. Everything is going to be talking about, and especially if they don't have anybody in their lives now, then they're going to be going back to the memories they had in the past, how it ended, how they wish it hadn't ended. And so it can feel a little distressful to go back to through memories that are no more there. And depending on how it ended and what you did when it ended and how you're going to feel now, if you were able to take proper steps to heal properly and find perspective and an understanding of where you are even maybe better off, because now you can do a zero-sum thinking to know that if I'm still in there, maybe it wouldn't have been better even now. So I'm still better off not. If you have gone through that assessment and you found meaning with it, how you feel now may not be so painful.
Okay.
So some people may be feeling it very painful because maybe they haven't really done a lot of reflection about it. They haven't found perspective on it to move on. And so they are still going over it like it was today.
Yeah.
So it can be distressful. But there are ways you need to always look at broken hearts. And I'm sure as we go along, we'll talk about some of them.
Yeah, definitely. Akusika, from your experience, those who have broken hearts in times like this when everyone's talking about love, what are some of the things that you think are probably the most difficult for them to deal with?
Seeing people with loved ones, people flaunting their loved ones on social media, people getting gifts, and mostly that these jokes on social media, where is your boyfriend, where is your girlfriend? Like it's quite difficult. Not quite, it's very difficult.
So is it funny when you're like single legit, but not funny when your heart is broken?
Oh, well, it's not funny when your heart is
Okay.
It's not funny
But
at
it's funny
all.
for those who are single. and are
Exactly.
fine.
I mean, they've gone past it, and then now it's normal.
Yeah.
But if you're heartbroken, it's very difficult because you are reopening wounds, like the hurt, or like you are reminding yourself of the memories. If I was with this person, or if I had a partner, I think I would also be having some kind of fun. So it's not easy. You feel like lonely, and it's quite painful too. So it's not a joke.
Yeah, I can imagine. Aisha just joined us. Hi, Aisha. How are you?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year
New
too.
Year.
Everything good?
Yes, yes.
So we're talking about getting over a heartbreak. Have you been brokenhearted before?
This point, I think all of us at some point, yes.
Yeah. So what was that like? Tell us what that was like for you.
Honestly, it was actually one of the most turbulent times of my life, I would say. And you know when something like traumatic happens, because like your mind kind of like tries to like forget about it, you don't really, it's like you only pick on like little pieces of it. But it was really hard. I think, really having like solid friends around me that were kind of like, yo, snap out of it, like you can do this. It was very, very helpful. But
No, but I'm asking about the emotions. So what were the emotions like? If it's not too painful to think about it.
the emotions, there was like, I think I went through the whole stage. I went through the anger, I went through the like feeling of like betrayal, like I went through the, oh my god, I can't do anything, and like the part where it's kind of like you kind of question your worth in a sense. So yeah, but also like I think, we always talk about heartbreak in a sense of like relationships, but I think sometimes work stuff can also like break your heart. Like, when you really like put in a lot of work for something and it doesn't
You
pan
miss-
out the way
yeah,
you want it to.
yeah.
So yeah, but like the emotion is everything. Anger, like you go through, I personally, like I went through all the different spirals, and then at some point I'm like, okay, great, on
We're
to the
done.
next.
And I like that she mentioned the work bit. For me, for the past few years, my heartbreaks is all about work, and
Wow.
not mainly the romantic one. So let's not sometimes make it all about maybe the relationship. Sometimes you can have really big heartbreaks because of some project you were hoping would have gone some way and it didn't go. You go through that same stages
Yeah.
of a relationship ending or losing a loved one
Yeah.
or all that, because you have a passion for it, you had meaning for it, you saw a future for it, and then something happens, and so you can go through that severe distressful heartbreak even through
Outside
a work
of romantic.
outside of romantic.
Except that,
yeah.
y'all, like this is Valentine's. I don't even understand you people, because at the beginning of the show I said that. So it is the month.
It is
of
about
love.
love, so
And
it's all
people's
about
hearts
the
are
love
broken. Now
thing,
people have
yo.
made it about like a holiday.
I know. But you don't think friends can break your heart too?
I
Yeah.
mean, they can break your heart, but in and that will hurt you every day. But in February,
In February.
like when
It is that
you
special.
know,
February,
like
okay.
when we are doing
We are sorry, we are
Valentine's,
sorry,
you're not
we are
thinking about
sorry.
your friend.
Valentine's. Okay.
You know what I mean.
Vacations and all.
So let's situate
Let's
the
situate
broken
it.
heart
The broken
Okay.
heart to the one
to
who
the
broke
people
our heart
in, and how we are feeling in
February.
And
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you let me give you 2 minutes to talk about everybody else.
No, no, no,
everything
no.
else that we can talk about.
We're good.
We're good. We're good.
Are you sure?
Yes, we're good.
We're fine.
Wow. Okay. So let's go to the topic. Ariel, let me start with you. I want us kind of go through a list of things to do and things to not do. In this season of love, if you are nursing a broken heart from a romantic relationship.
Okay.
So yeah,
things
let's do
to
that.
do and things not to do.
I mean, so give me maybe your top thing to do, thing to not do, and then we can kind of go around the table.
Okay. Things not to do is one, go back looking at maybe things you did with your partner or whoever you went out with that has ended. No need going to look at those memories if you can avoid it. And if going on social media like Akushika was saying, you're going to see things that will trigger you, then avoid going on social media or following the things you know is talking all about relationship. You're going to see videos of people hugging and doing it. If that's going to affect you. And if you've been having conversations about it with people, this is the time that is intensive. So maybe you can rather not talk about it and find something different to talk about with your friends. Because sometimes we can meet. I have a friend, when we meet, we can talk about some of these old stories over and over and over. And so if this is the time that is becoming a bit intense for you, then maybe don't talk about it as well. And for me, things to do is sometimes when we are brokenhearted, we tell ourselves so many things. And after a year, we realize all the things we said was not true. I have come to understand that broken heart is an escalated disappointment. Escalated disappointment, yes. Because you tell yourself, I can't live again, one. I can't smile again. I won't be able to do this again. I will never fall in love again. And you feel like you can't move on again. But when that person is leaving you, they don't necessarily tell you, I'm taking any of you with me. They don't take your smile away. They don't take your laughter away. They don't take your friends away.
They just take your heart away.
Yes, because you have given it to them. In your mind, it's for them and it's with them. So when they are going, you tell yourself, it won't be mine again. It's gone. But really, it's still yours. So this is the time you need to nurse yourself. You know, you need to nurse you, because you can meet someone else again. So if you don't nurse yourself and you meet someone and their broken heart has actually affected you so much that you can't even see good from bad, then it means you can't move forward. But this person may also have moved forward. So this is the time I would say, do things that nurtures you. Try and find things that you know nurtures you emotionally. What may nurture me emotionally may not be the same thing that will nurture
But how
someone.
do I nurture when I don't want to get out of bed?
Therapy.
You don't need to get out of bed to nurture. You can be in bed and be reading a book. You can
So
be in
for
bed.
the whole month, I can just sit in bed and eat ice cream.
Is that good for you?
Like, it's not about what is good for me. It's about what I can deal with.
Yes, so if that's what you think makes you feel better in that moment, staying in bed and eating ice cream all day is what works for you emotionally, then do it.
For how long?
That you determine how long. And so you can decide to go and sit at the beach and eat ice cream all day too.
Yeah, beach is hot.
Yeah. It didn't work.
Well, you can't stay in bed for so long.
For
you
so
can't
long.
stay in bed for a month. It does have its complications,
Yes.
yes. Because you are taking a lot of ice cream. You should know that your calories are
going to
going
go
up,
up.
sugar level, all those things. So at that point,
But you haven't been depressed from
No,
heartbreak
we
before.
have.
eh?
You know,
I've never met anybody who is depressed from heartbreak and is thinking about their sugar level.
I mean,
no, you won't think about it. You won't really. That's it. That's when people come to therapy and then you take them through. That is when they begin to see certain things from a certain perspective. If they were in their selves, they would have seen it, but because they are clouded by lots of judgments or experiences or the painful emotions, they are not seeing things as the way they should. So then you take them through this process, and now they are beginning to realize certain things and come back to themselves. So that's why support system too is very good. If you have certain friends around, they can come around and help you. So one thing that you shouldn't do in this period is to isolate yourself.
yeah.
You get it. So
that's a
you
big
can
one.
exactly. So you can find something to do. Well, if you want to eat popcorn or anything, you can go to the movies. Just enjoy your like intimate space with yourself. Because when you're in a relationship, for some people, their lives are all about the other guy. Like they're doing everything with the person. They've not had time to really do things for themselves or enjoy their single life. Because that's it. When you go into marriage or whatever, there are certain times that all those honeymoons and all those nice things will be there. You have to find means and ways of making yourself happy when your partner is not available. So these are moments that you can enjoy yourself, love yourself, see yourself. Feel the breeze outside. You realize that this working on this bed floor is very nice. Like you begin to appreciate certain things, little things that didn't really make sense. Your mind begins to go there, and
I
then it
feel
takes
like-
your mind off.
I feel like you've gone from like 0 to 3. You know, like in the appreciation. I feel like to appreciate the ground, like it's like like you've come from 0 to 3. I don't know if you get what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like it's like you've skipped a few.
Can I add something to
Yeah.
it? I think
gradual process.
it really is. And I think one of the things too is that, like, you know, we always focus on like what's on the other side, but honestly, it's okay to just sit in that feeling. Like, sit in it. Like, you're heartbroken. Yeah, you're heartbroken.
You
like,
need to grieve it.
yeah, like, sit with it for a bit. Because to be quite honest, if you try to like rush the process and get to like the end of that, you're gonna take that into your next relationship, because that means you've not fully healed anything, whatever it is that you're supposed to heal. So like, sit with that for a minute. But I think, you know, just going back to some of the things that Akushika was saying, it really comes down to the fact that, like, if you're sitting in it and you're sitting in it for too long, you're going to become toxic to yourself. And you're going to pick up habits that are not necessarily healthy. And there are people like that where, like, you know, the heartbreak consumes them and then they just become a shell of themselves. So I think in sitting with whatever it is that you're feeling, like, asking yourself, okay, this is the reality of the situation. It's not going to change overnight. It's not going to get any better. This person is not coming back. So how do I, as an individual, move on from that? And I think that's where your support system comes into place as well, right? So just sit in it for a bit, maybe a week.
A week.
Animwaa wants 1 month. She said it. She said 1 month in bed.
Not in bed, but I mean, you can get 1 month to yourself. You have to give yourself time.
Yes.
That you need time, and it's a gradual process. You won't snap out of it.
No,
like
you will not.
It takes a while.
There are stages. You grieve, you get angry.
Yeah.
And then you'll be
Denial.
disappointed,
Yeah.
and then you
Stages,
feel
all the stages
you
of
feel
grief.
lost. So one day you will get up and it's like it's
They're
normal,
calling them.
and then you feel So all those bits will come. But for me, what is more important is knowing that you are here, you are still you, and the person leaving didn't actually tell you, I'm taking these away from you.
Yeah.
That is what shifted how I treat myself when I'm brokenhearted. That the person is gone, but everything I'm going to feel is what I am choosing. I am thinking that it's not okay. But they didn't tell me, okay, I'm leaving you and I'm taking your smile away, I'm taking this and that and that away. So how do I start getting those things back again? When it happens, I feel that they are lost, because this is the person I share my laughter with. This is the person I share my smiles with. So they are gone. Can I smile again? So how do I find ways to start knowing that, okay, I can look at even a puppy and smile? Is it where I can start from? So sometimes it becomes difficult when we don't see other ways of doing some of the activities we used to do with the person.
Yeah.
So one day I was reading something and somebody said, all the things you used to do with the person, can you do with someone else?
Or can you do it by yourself?
Or can you do it by yourself? I mean, so I mastered doing all these things by myself. Or I'll do it with a friend. So if you can't do it by yourself, maybe you used to go to movies together, you can't go alone. Can you go with a friend? Isolation is also not good, because loneliness is it's something that's lurking there. When you isolate yourself, you start feeling like you are dejected, you are abandoned, and you tell yourself all kinds of stories. So knowing that you have to start giving yourself the chance to do the things you used to do with that person again is one of the places you should be thinking of while you are going through the process. I can do them again. I can't get to doing it again. And it makes the journey more meaningful than when you think, I'm nothing, I'm lost, he's taking me away. You know, all the romantic songs we've been singing.
Wow. There's one other thing you shouldn't do is mostly there is that temptation to find a replacement.
Immediately.
I don't want to be alone. I need someone. So like getting an immediate replacement won't help, because you might you might.
Charlie, sometimes it helps. So
Tell us, why does it help? What made that help?
I actually agree. I completely
no,
agree.
How does that help?
No, I think sometimes it really helps, because like, we're human, right? Someone say, but you know, be fine. But I feel like there are moments where it's like, you know, when you're heartbroken, right? There's one thing in particular that you're missing, right? It's either the companionship or the conversations that you guys have. So like, if you have someone that is readily available and is giving you that for that moment, I honestly think it helps. Really, like there's some people that getting under someone else really helps them get over the person that they were hung up on.
Yeah, it does. But sometimes too, the reason why a lot of psychologists will tell you not to jump in straight after you end a relationship, it's because you may project
Absolutely.
on the other person
Oh,
some
that
of
one
the
there.
things you were
Exactly. And
seeing
it's
in
not
the old
healthy.
relationship.
Yes.
Or you'll be expecting them to function like the
Absolutely.
person that.
And what if they are willing
Absolutely.
to?
Yes, that was what I was going to say.
willing.
Is that there are certain
If
people
you
that
said they
are
are
really
willing,
willing to
If you
help
say
you
they
get
are
over your
willing,
Like,
ex.
I've been waiting for you
Yeah.
long time.
They're like, wow.
And then
Yeah.
somebody has broken your heart. I will be your
Yes.
doctor. I will be your
Yes.
nurse.
okay.
I'll be
No,
your
I mean,
oxygen. I'll be-
psychologically speaking, of course, it's a very toxic relationship.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if it helps you
Is
feel
it
good
toxic
in the,
though?
it depends on the circumstance. Because
Yeah.
there's certain people that like you might have someone like you said that's like literally just lurking around. That is a really good friend, right?
Who can
that
help you
Who
go
has
through
always
it.
always loved
has
you.
been waiting
Exactly.
and
So that's
praying.
different.
So for them, that's an opportunity, and you guys are actually able to build something that is
From there.
like from there, where it's like really on healing and stuff like that. But then there are also other instances where, like she said, you're just projecting and you've not healed from the other relationship. So all you're doing is like comparing this person to the person that you were dating before.
But I also read, I think it was last week, and I can't remember the site, which is really paining. But I also read somebody had said that we always assume that to be in another relationship we have to be fully healed, but we can't sometimes always heal on our own. Sometimes somebody else's love actually heals us.
Or
But
even
this
triggers
is not a
something
broken heart
else.
healing. I don't think this for broken heart healing.
This is for broken hearts. And also,
Because-
Ariel, have you not seen so many, like when couples post their whatevers, have you not seen so many times when either the man or the woman has said, you saved me, like at the lowest, when, at the lowest points in my life, you were there, like you picked me up, I was drowning, and maybe, I was drowning in rejection from someone, and you came and you were my friend. And
We
I
are
mean,
not
is that
saying
impossible?
that somebody may not come that would be healthy in a relationship immediately, but we are saying do not jump ahead of yourself into a relationship when you know fully well that you are just rushing into the first person that came because you think I need a replacement. The perspective of the decision is what matters. Why did you say yes to this person who came 2 days after this guy dumped you? That is the basis of what we are saying.
Because
So
it makes
yes,
me feel better.
it makes you feel better. And if they start doing something that doesn't make you feel better,
They're not perfect, so obviously they will definitely.
This is a therapy session.
then
I'm
that is
loving
what makes it become
Sorry.
toxic
This is a
and a
therapy
cycle.
session. I'm loving it.
That is what makes it toxic and a cycle.
You see, that's the thing. I don't agree with you
Okay.
guys.
No way, because see, if you well, there was a breakup. Have you actually sat down to think through why?
What
this
did I do? What did
or
he
what
do?
went
What
Okay,
wrong?
so
could I have
maybe
done?
okay, relax. Maybe I didn't do anything.
Maybe you did initially.
Maybe this person that I was with cheated on me and I found out. And my heart is broken.
Okay.
2 or 3 days later, I'm chatting with my very good friend
And told him.
and I'm like, yo, Charlie, this is what's happening. He's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Should I come over? Charlie, let's get ice cream. We're chatting. I'm talking. He's almost, by the way, this is hypothetical. Look. The way I'm saying this is like, it's a true story. I'm talking to him about the way I feel. He's very emotionally intelligent. So he's almost like counseling. It's almost like, a therapy. And in all of that, I realized that, actually this guy is really nice and he's really kind. And he's not in a hurry to jump into bed with me. And when I want to cry, I call him. And then out of that,
You develop something.
that, the love is born. And then we have something.
Yeah.
But if from the get-go, my mind is, okay, I shouldn't be, having somebody that's I'm attracted to, that I am crying on, or that I'm going through because I have to heal on my own.
We are not saying you can get somebody.
That's
that,
what you people were saying.
No,
That's what
see,
you people were
I
saying.
never use the word you have to heal on your own.
You said we should heal with our friends. We don't want to heal with our friends.
You want to heal with
Their
another
bodies are
person who-
soft. We don't want to heal with our friends.
Anyone. You don't want to heal with your friends. But this person who you knew already but has never told you, I like you.
Well, because they knew that you were dating.
You were dating, so
And
thank
maybe
you.
they were
So-
always telling you that it's boy way.
Anya.
Boy way.
So,
Anya.
so you're always making it sound like the way you want it to sound. They were always telling you.
I'm
What
just
if they were
saying
not
that,
telling you?
oh.
What if they were not telling you anything? And he just sent you a message, and then okay, he's a friend. You went to school with him. You've known him for 6 years, but for the
That's
past
very
3
specific.
years, you were dating someone else. And then you tell him, oh, and Kojo did this. And say, oh, really? Are you up for dinner? Or can I take you out to the beach for a walk? And you said yes. He
They
came.
like beach walks.
It's very therapeutic. It can solve a lot of problems going to walk
really
at the
can.
beach. Yeah. So he came, picked you. You went to the beach, and then you were happy. He was talking to you. Companionship is healthy, but as to the fact that the intimacy or the emotional needs you think you want from the heartbreak is what this person is bringing, is what you can't tell at that moment. But he's become a good companion. You know, you can take advantage of all of that.
Yes.
You know, you can take advantage of all of that while you go through the process. Understanding why it ended. Have you made sense with it? Do you know what you would have done differently for it not to have ended? Few retrospections.
Like, what should I have done differently for you not to have cheated on me, even though I was everything?
What makes you
you
think he
were
thinks you were everything?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but I'm not going to be responsible for his infidelity. And
No.
yes, I am everything.
Fine.
I
So
mean,
like when you go to the next relationship, is the
Hello.
person willing to work with you?
of course. I mean,
Okay,
but
so you
obviously
can take it
ask
slow.
yourself
So you
these
can take it slow. But some people, they just jump into it. They get sexual. They get into blah, 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 then you realize that they are just bonded. They are just
Trauma bonded.
So
Yeah.
everything is just
Yeah.
some way. Like no,
I think
There's
one
nothing
don't.
wrong with falling in love immediately after ending a relationship, but it's just that you need to know the lines.
I also think that one don't is don't jump into bed with somebody
Well, that's one.
immediately.
That's one.
But
And don't also another don't is, I mean, your heart is aching at that moment, and you haven't even really faced what you had gone through, and then you
Aisha
give
is
your
looking
heart
at
again.
people like, you don't know.
You know,
You don't know what
okay,
Marvin
tell us.
Gaye was talking about when he sang his song.
to be quite honest,
But-
I really I totally understand and agree with everything that you're saying. I'm also thinking about it from like a very practical standpoint that
sure.
in theory, these are all the things that we're not supposed to do. In reality, it doesn't
Sometimes
happen
it
like
doesn't
that.
happen, yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Because like, you know, imagine you find out that, you know, the person that you're dating, for example, is getting married. Like, it's like there are certain things that like literally like break you.
Yeah.
And like the next thing that you will do is like whatever it is that is available, because that's what makes you feel good. And I think emphasis on the fact that like a lot of times people make some of these decisions because it is what's going to make you feel good in the moment,
Yeah.
right? And then of course the next day you regret it and like, but I also want us to like be very like real and practical in terms of like how people
Really go through
genuinely deal with heartbreak,
Yeah.
because it's not easy,
No,
you know.
it's not.
So what are the? Because I feel like some point would be like listen and be like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna. Nah, no, I can't afford therapy. I can't like. So what do I do?
What do you do? Go out.
I don't
find-
want to go out.
You don't want to go. So okay,
You
so,
lost me at go out.
Okay, so anymore, you don't want to go out.
don't
You
want
don't
to
want to
bath.
do any activity. You don't want to bath.
want to bath.
You don't want to read a book.
No.
You don't want to talk to a friend.
I want to watch sad movies and cry.
So watch it and cry. You are seriously. You are allowed
To do
to
everything.
do
Not to
everything.
feel all those things.
But the balancing of what we are doing and the extreme you go with it is what we are looking at. Because during that time, your well-being is also at stake.
Yeah.
So remembering that I am in here. So as much as Kwesi's, ending this has affected me and I'm going through all this, how do I also remember that I am there and I would live another 10 years?
You see, this the part that I really want us to. There's a space when your heart is broken. There's a space that nothing matters. Well-being doesn't matter. My health, like nothing.
Yeah.
All I feel is
He's gone.
pain.
The pain.
Yeah.
The debilitating,
Distressing
I can't
pain.
pain. How do I? You see that thing? No, it's just like a care. It's either cares or it's never cares. So it's and you don't know what. Do you get what I mean? So how do you bring yourself out of that when every time the left side of your brain says your well-being, your right side is like, we don't care. The left side is like, you need to bath, we don't care. You need to go to work, we don't care. I don't care if I lose my job. I don't care if I pay I don't care. How do you get out of that darkness?
So that darkness is where the process goes through. That darkness, that space, you will go through it. Some people get brokenhearted and stay home for 1 month and they don't do it, they don't eat, they don't clean. They go through that darkness.
Does it
until
end
they snap out?
Does it end the automatic? Nature has a way of ending it.
You
might almost find you in
some,
a way.
it will end through maybe somebody or yourself. You wake up one morning and say, what am I doing with myself?
Okay, so I guess that nature has a way of it.
Nature has a way.
God
Yes,
has a way.
God has a way. You will come out at your own.
Or then there's also
Somebody
those who never
can come out in 2 days. Somebody will come out in 1 month. Somebody, for the rest of their life, they'll be crying about that one relationship. So it's different for everybody. But because we are speaking for people to also listen, that's what I'm saying. While you are down there, the other right mind that tells you your well-being, your health, you haven't eaten, your head is aching, you have a temperature now. Remember that you are going to live another 10 years, So how do I try to maybe just go and put a cold water on myself to reduce this temperature? If you are able to even do that one thought at that time that you have lied down in bed for 6 days without getting out, and you make that choice that my temperature is high, this is not good for me, I'm going to put cold water on myself and come and lie down. That one step will help you to make another one and another one. So that dark space there will be film at your own journey, depending on the information you have and how quickly you deal with it, depending on the resources available to you, the people available to, a lot of things helps you to go through it faster or slower.
Do you guys have anything to add?
I think she said pretty everything.
Yeah.
It's different for everyone. The healing process is different from everyone, but eventually, I think nature will find you some way. You find a way to cope with it.
I think there are also certain people that really take breakups, heartbreaks, and turn that around. Like they put all the emotion into their work, and then they become hyper, they overwork themselves as well. So I think there's always, just as a person, just trying to find that balance, finding what works for you. But there's no one size fits all.
No, there isn't. There really isn't. I think, are you guys Christian?
Yeah.
I think that if you're a Christian, when you are not heartbroken, you should pray for your future possible heartbroken self.
No, but seriously, recently, I was thinking of one heartbreak I had, and I was like, really? Did I do all that to myself?
Hindsight.
I remember I was driving to work, and I parked by the roadside, and I was crying.
Wow.
I cried for 30 minutes. And I drove to work, and then I tried to get on. But today, when I think about it, I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Did I really do that?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
I know, so it's... Amma, you go on.
I shall go ahead.
I just wanted to say that, I think one don't send that long text message that in your heart of hearts that you want to send. That text message that after you send, you're going to get K. Don't do it.
Okay.
Just don't do it.
Or if you're lucky, you get KK.
No, seriously.
I mean, a lot of therapists have said that write the letter. Just don't send it. So write the letter and let out the emotions. Or burn it or whatever it is, and just
I mean, there are a lot of practices and routines you can go through consciously, so you can shorten the process when you are conscious.
Absolutely.
You can.
But
You
how
can
do you
sh-
get to the consciousness? Because I think what
By
you're saying-
learning when you are not heartbroken, how to
How
deal
to
with heartbreak.
exactly? How you know?
So you're
So when it
preparing for the
happens-
Like
heartbreak.
how you season the chicken the day before. When you're not hungry when you season the chicken, right? You know
Exactly.
that's what I'll be
You will be hungry.
So in life, there's pain.
Yeah.
So when you are not in pain, it's a good time to learn
know how to
to
deal with it
pain,
when
so
it
that when
comes,
it
yeah.
comes,
Do you think
Yeah.
you'd ever be prepared though? Because I feel like with that thought too, then that means that you're entering into relationships with
With
the
an
idea
expectation.
that this person might potentially break my heart.
but I don't think that it is wrong to enter into a relationship with the expectation that there'll be pain, because there will be pain.
Yeah, but
They may
pain
not
and
break your
heartbreak-
heart and leave.
Not pain of
Heartbreak, but there'll
necessarily.
always definitely be some uncomfortability.
I think that.
But every expectation comes with a risk.
yeah.
Every expectation you have, it comes with a risk because you may get it or you won't get it.
that part.
Sorry,
And
I'm
you
just
are the
like-
one who have the expectations. So
So dealing with the pain bit, I think you just have to learn about yourself.
Yeah.
How well do I deal with pain? So like when you learn that about yourself, you know that okay, when the pain comes, this is how she knows how to deal with it. This is how best she can deal with it. Then okay, so this is what they said on the internet on how to deal with pain. So when it comes, this is what it might not help you. So learn about yourself.
Yeah.
How do you feel when you go through certain things? What do you think is the best way to deal with it? So when it comes, you know that okay, when I get this problem, I know I'm talking to this friend because this friend will always give me an objective stance. And you know that you have some friends who will just give you that share, like
Those who insult him.
yeah.
So you know when to call them.
Exactly.
don't
So-
mind him.
He was always foolish.
Yes.
Exactly.
that
So
was-
learn about your strengths, learn about your weaknesses,
Weaknesses,
and
yeah.
that I think that will really help you
and know
then.
your squad.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
Let's open the phone line 0302216541 0302216541. Call us. Let's know how you're coping with your broken heart, or if you have some advice for anybody who has a broken heart, that would be fantastic as well. Let me take some of your messages. Okay, this one says you can't put time to the healing process. Some takes longer periods and vice versa. It took me more than a year to mend. One must go through it, no matter how long or short it's going to take. The most important thing is to do it right. That's Nana Klesi. Broken hearts, dear. Okay. That's interesting. If you want to get over a broken heart, just a hot gobe with plantain and egg, wow, alongside a chilled coke to balance the situation. That doesn't sound bad unless you're actually feeling nauseous and sick from your heart being broken. Okay, have our first caller. Hello, good evening.
Good evening. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm very well. What's your name, please?
My name is Emmanuel. I'm calling from Adenta.
Hi, Emmanuel, calling from Magenta. What's on your
I've
mind?
listened to all your whatever your how do I say it? Should I say experiences or whatever? But we must make it known that no two heartbreaks are the same. No two heartbreaks are the same. And as well, we can't cheat nature. When you are heartbroken and you try to resolve it by reading what you see on the net or listening to people, my dear, trust me, you may not be able to resolve it. I dated somebody for years.
Your call has been put on hold. Please wait.
Hey, what's our wishes? Wow. Okay. Yima is the man. Somebody they
I really
call
wanted
out.
to hear the story. I was very excited.
Well, your call has been put on hold.
Yes.
Okay, we have another caller. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. This is Emmanuel. I'm
Hey,
still on the line.
Ima, who called you?
Hello, this is Emmanuel. I'm still on the
Who
line.
called you that you put us on hold?
Oh,
But you, Imapa, you are on radio and they are putting the radio on hold. They will be waiting for you. You
okay.
talking.
What I'm
Yeah,
trying to
listen.
say is that no two heartbreaks are the same. Okay, and when you are heartbroken, just let it be. It heals naturally. Like your friend was saying, picking a stroll, being by yourself, and all those things. It helps in a way, but don't rush into another relationship. Some take a week to heal, some take months, some even take years, and some take forever, depending on how you were with whoever you were dating or you were married to or whichever relationship you are. It is a very sensitive thing that most people go through depression. They live in self-denial that they are depressed, and it worsens the matter. I just heard one of your people say, eat hot gobe and all this. You try to make fun of it. But it takes one to experience it to understand what we are talking about. It is not just about what we are reading in the books and things. It is a very simple thing. Earlier I was telling you, I was in a relationship for more than a decade. The lady, infidelity, we broke up. I thought it was an easy thing. It took me 2 years to get over it. Naturally, I healed naturally. You get what I'm trying to say? You may fall, but lying down is the issue. You fall, wake up. Don't be scared to say because of this, that, I'm not going to the next relationship, or I'm being careful, or I'm trying to make sure I get Mr. Perfect or Madam Right or anything. Life is all about risk. Life is all about risk. And you need to take risk sometimes. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much for that, Emmanuel. Do we have... Okay, hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Hi, what's your name, please?
Nana.
Hi, Sana. What's on your mind?
Animwaa. Don't matter my name. Nana. Nana. Nana.
I didn't mess up your name. I didn't hear you because the lines are not great.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
sorry, now? Nana.
Okay. So I would like to contribute to the aspect of being with someone when going through the healing process. See, practically, just like my just say, to your experiences, you might think it's just an easy thing to just jump in. I did it. I jumped into it because there was this lady who has been interested to be with me for a very long time. I moved from another relationship, jumped into another one. I didn't even know that I love this person that much. Fast forward 6 months, almost a year into the new relationship, and it hit me so hard. That was when I realized I was heartbroken. Now I have to break somebody's heart because I just wanted to be alone. And it wasn't easy. And if you are not careful, they won't understand. Just like mine, she didn't understand. She thought you've met someone else and you want to go, but you are trying to explain and they won't understand. So if you ask me, yes, it's possible, my work, but due to experience, I wouldn't advise it because at that point you are vulnerable. Any sweet thing that comes your way, you jump on it. But it's just a matter of time for reality to set in for both of you. And that is when you realize it's either you are going to continue or you're also going to end up breaking somebody's heart. If the person happens to be there and also say take advantage of you, seeing an opportunity and exploiting it, then if you are leaving, it wouldn't be much of a problem because the person's one opportunity and took it. But if it happened that this person has so gone into liking you, hoping that it's going to work out, and you just want to just call it a quit, Charlie, it's not easy. So on the process of you going on your retreat, you end up sending somebody to his or her own retreat.
Okay.
So
Got it.
I want to advise.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for calling. And we have somebody else. Hello. Good evening.
Good evening.
Hi. What's your name?
My name is Chidiak.
Chidiak.
Yeah.
Hi. Hi. What's on your mind?
with me is advice, so that if you do everything right in a relationship, it takes you faster to overcome if you have a broken heart. But if you are doing the wrong things in the relationship, it takes you a longer time to overcome your broken heart. And the end result is that broken heart, you have to give yourself time to overcome. Solid time that will heal you. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah,
right?
it is. You know, when you know you did your best in the relationship, you gave it your best, you did all, and it ends. You don't beat yourself. Should I have done this? Should I have done that?
Absolutely right.
You are able to move on. So,
Yeah.
Just
it's
encourage
a
yourself,
great
you
one.
did good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you find the right person to.
Yeah.
I mean,
I guess so. Let me take some more messages. I know that we haven't read all of them. Okay. If you want to get over a broke, okay, we've done this one. How can going out solve a broken heart? Maybe she should explain more. I'm facing such situation at the moment.
Okay.
going out and stepping out.
Yeah, as in,
Okay.
like going out, like trying to.
It's one of those things.
It-
If going somewhere would help you, like she said, walking along the beach, I mean, if it will help you, you can do it. But in these moments, you find those things that you think can help you, those healthy things that will help you. Some people, it's exercises. It releases some endorphin and like some good hormones to help you,
Yeah.
you know, relieve yourself. And also, it's one of those things. If you think going out would help you, just go out with some friends or go out with yourself, sit somewhere, have a nice drink, read, enjoy the view. Anything that you do that can help you.
Yeah, I think also like going out with your friends, like, you know what I mean? Like not doing things in isolation. Like hang around people that bring you good vibes, people that bring you good energy, people that you actually like, right? So then that way they can also, like when you're doing stuff that's exciting, things that you like, you wouldn't necessarily be thinking so much about the book until you get home. But
Yeah, until you get home and then it's like, okay, I'm
Yeah,
alone now.
exactly. So
But at
doing
least
things-
getting home, least maybe going to bed, sleeping, and
exactly,
so it
right?
shortens the day
Yeah,
for you. So
exactly.
getting activities that are healthy is what we are
Yeah.
trying to say.
Yeah.
What can you do? Read a book, watch a good comedy,
go to
go
church or
and
something.
go for a walk, exercise, go to the gym, listen to music and dance, have compassion on yourself, and eat something that is healthy. You know, that's all we are saying. What will work for you at that moment?
Okay. Anymore, I went through a heartbreak in 2020 after the lockdown. I broke it off, but I was hurt. It wasn't easy at all. There was a time I was shopping and crying at the same time as Palace at Spentex. Why? Because I was going through the emotions. I called him and begged for us to get back, and this guy told me I was insecure. That was the turning point for me. It wasn't easy at all, but that's
With the help of some friends.
yeah. Go ahead, read it. 'Cause it's
Okay. It said that wasn't easy at all, but with the help of some close friends, therapy, and most importantly, God, I made a conscious effort to get out of that broken heart state. Never choose a guy like him again and never make the same mistake. Twice. I made new resolution for myself when it comes to relationship. Told God exactly what I wanted in a man, and exactly 1 year after that experience, God answered my prayer.
Look at you go.
Now I'm happily married to the answer to my prayers. God has been good.
Bless you.
Good for you, Akosia.
nice one, right?
Oh, all the way from Boston.
Boston, yes,
That's
all the
really
way.
nice.
That's amazing. We thank you for that story.
Yeah, heartbreaks really teach you lessons, though.
Yeah,
Like, they do.
Yeah.
And I don't think
It
we really
does.
talked about that part.
Yeah, it does. It teaches you.
Share.
So you now sit down, like, okay, in my case, I had to sit down and then, like, list my strengths, weaknesses. Then I got to appreciate myself. So I could do all these
Yeah.
things. You
Yeah,
know?
self-acceptance,
And then I reflected
yeah.
those things that I did, which wasn't good. My colleagues at work really helped me. You know, I had to learn a lot about myself and the kind of people I would want to go out with, what I didn't do right. So it gives you some kind of perspective that you can even help other people and even yourself. So it's good. Introspection.
I
is
like
so
that
good.
you mentioned what you didn't do right. Sometimes when you don't own up your responsibilities too,
You're never
you will
able to
never
move on.
able to evolve, and so you keep repeating the same thing. We are all not all that perfect. So in a relationship, We all might have done something. So owning a bit of responsibility makes you a better person the
That's
next
true.
time you are in another relationship.
That
So
is true.
as you reflect, what could I have done better with myself?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes a big
Yeah.
difference, doesn't
Yeah.
it? And
Yeah.
I think also one thing is really just like Adele said, go easy on me, babe.
Go easy on yourself.
Yeah,
And I
go
heard
easy
this
on
new
yourself.
song, Flower by
Miley Cyrus.
yeah, Miley Cyrus.
That's her heartbreak
I heard
song.
it's hitting now. Another good song. I can sing for myself. I can buy myself flowers. I can write my name. So there are so many things you can do with. It's not.
It's a heartbeak song.
It's a heartbreak
her
song.
heartbreak
Yeah,
song,
heartbreak song.
Don't buy myself flowers.
Anyway,
I mean, like you buy flowers for the house. Like, okay, I'd like to have flowers for the house, but it hits differently when
somebody
else
buys
gets
it for you.
Exactly.
We don't dispute that at all. But giving it to yourself is also as healthy as somebody giving it to
Buying
you.
it for someone.
That is compassion, and when you are able to do it for yourself, you are extending self-compassion.
I'm wasting money. That's what
I'm wasting
We want to talk about
you can,
compassion.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay, so 7:57. So we don't have much time. So 30 seconds each. Just somebody who's grieving. Well, what would you tell them? Let me start with you.
I think the basic coping strategy is mindset. I mean, you're worth it. The fact that you've had a broken heart doesn't mean that you are not good enough. Sit yourself down, assess your strengths and weaknesses, and then face life. You go through pain, know that pain will come, but build those things that can help you go through it. And live, love, hurt, repeat the cycle. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I would say that yes, find your worth and know that you matter. Know that you are whole, you are complete with or without that person. And create new traditions for yourself. In that moment, what new things can you start doing to evolve? Don't stay the same person because sometimes we want to stay the old way and that causes more pain. So evolve, create a new tradition, become a new version of yourself.
Yeah. I'll say stay true to yourself. I know that you're going through a very turbulent time, but like everyone said, you're worth it. You're beautiful, you're smart, you're intelligent, you got this. You matter more than anything else, and feel all the feels that you want to feel, go through all that process, but remember that even though it rains, the sun always shines. So get back up there, girl or boy.
Nice one. All right. Well, thank you guys so much, Aisha, Ariel, and Akusika. This has been Strong and Sassy. My name is Animwaa Anim-Addo. If you missed the show, it's on Facebook, so you can catch it. And we'll be back next week. Next week is like it's the week before Valentine's Day. So we'll be talking about all things Valentine and lots of love. Ariel has something coming up. When is it?
It's a virtual retreat ending with a Valentine's Day dinner from the 11th to the 14th.
So go to Ariel's page on Facebook, Ariel the Wellness Coach, and you'll get all the information. that you can. Thank you guys so much. Thank you to everyone. See you guys next week. Take care.
Thank you.